Now, here's a question for you. When did your wall of protection become a prison of isolation? I'm Westwood-Payne, and this is the Battle Drill Daily Devotional. We build walls around our hearts for good reasons, don't we? Someone hurt us, or betrayed us, or let us down. So we tell ourselves, never again, I'm building a wall to keep the pain out. But here's what actually happens. We end up locking ourselves in whilst locking everyone else out. The wall that we built for protection becomes a prison of our own making. Jesus told a pretty shocking story about a servant who'd been forgiven millions but refused to forgive pennies. He says, "Then the angry king sent the man to prison to be tortured until he had paid his entire debt." Matthew chapter 18, verse 34. The king sent the unforgiving servant to be tortured. And Jesus makes it clear that's what happens when we refuse to forgive. We create our own torture chamber. I'll be honest with you, I've seen this pattern destroy more lives than almost anything else in pastoral ministry. Not the big dramatic sins that we worry about, but the quiet, hidden sin of unforgiveness, the bitterness we nurture, the resentment we feed, the grudges we maintain. Many of us struggle with our relationships and we end up exhausted, angry, and deeply lonely. And when we actually reflect on the conflict in our lives, the real issue often emerges: unforgiveness. Someone disappointed you 2 years ago. Nothing catastrophic, just failed expectations. But instead of working through it, you built a wall. Then someone else had been critical to you, so you added another brick. Then a friend had let you down, another brick. Then your boss had been unfair to you, another brick. Brick by brick, disappointment by disappointment, you've built a fortress around your heart. And now you're trapped inside, wondering why you feel so isolated and alone. Here's the truth about God's mercy and his forgiveness. When we refuse to forgive others, we're not just hurting them, we're destroying ourselves. We're building walls that become prisons. We're creating emotional torture chambers where bitterness and resentment torment us at all hours. The Bible is absolutely clear about this. If you refuse to forgive others, God won't forgive you. If you hold grudges, you'll be held accountable. If you withhold mercy, mercy will be withheld from you. There's no wiggle room here, no exceptions, no asterisks. Why? Because unforgiveness chains you to the past. It gives the person who hurt you power over your present and your future. They live in your head rent-free, tormenting you at 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't know it, of course. They've moved on with their lives. But you're still carrying them around like emotional baggage. And meanwhile, every healthy relationship you have is suffering. Because walls don't discriminate, do they? When you build walls to keep hurt out, you also keep love out, keep grace out, keep healing out. So here's your practical application for today. Tonight, before you go to bed, take just 5 minutes. Get a piece of paper and write down just one name, the person whose unforgiveness has become your prison wall. Then write, "I choose freedom. I release you." And then tear up that paper, bin it, let it go, symbolically tear one brick down in your wall. Will you feel instantly better? Maybe not. Will you have to do this again tomorrow? Quite possibly. Forgiveness is often a process, not a one-time event. But every time you choose forgiveness, you're removing a brick, unlocking a door, creating space for God's grace to flow again. You've been forgiven an unpayable debt. Can you forgive the comparatively tiny debt that someone owes you? Stop building walls. Start tearing them down instead. Your freedom depends on it. Today's thought starter question for you is this: who is living in your head rent-free? And what would it take to evict them today? Thanks so much for watching Battle Drill Daily Devotional. If you found today's message helpful, please like, share and subscribe so we can keep bringing daily encouragement to more people. And for more devotionals and resources, head over to battledrilldevotional.com. Stay strong and stay battle ready.